Yeah, the mentality was definitely, I couldn't see parts. Like, have you ever heard of 27 Club?
No.
Okay, so there's a thing in like, mainly in Hollywood, where certain artists don't live past 27, right? And I used to joke about it with my friends, like, we're definitely in the 27 Club. Like, we're not going to make it past 27. And I genuinely believed it. Like, I didn't see that I would ever have a life outside of that street culture. So I used to rap as well. And when I first started rapping, well, when I first started MCing at the beginning of, like, it wasn't even grime. It didn't even have a name. We was just speeding up hip hop on the deck, on the deck. So like, using the B-sides of garage tunes to spit on, like, there was no such thing called grime at the time. But when I first started as a grime MC, it was much, about gang culture, about violence, about how we chose to make money and things like that. And then very quickly, I became more of a conscious and constructive MC. And it sort of shifted people's perception of me, because I was known for having heart. So I wasn't treated like a girl ever. Like, no one ever smacked my bum. No one ever moved to me. Like, I didn't get chirps, none of that. First of all, you couldn't even tell I was a girl, because I'd be like hoodied and ballied. So because my eyes were a little bit prettier than the rest of the man, I'm like, that's a flex. Like, that's a beans. Like, I did not move as if I was a girl for many, many years. So it wasn't much different than the boys. But it was only when I started spitting and the type of things I was saying, that's when the perception kind of changed, and it was like, okay, she's got some wisdom, she's onto something different. And I think I was kind of pushed as well, like, to go far, like, you're gonna get us out the hood, like, you can do this, like, do it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really have much time, so I think I started rapping when I was about 13. But the street culture and street life and stuff, I was jumping in and out of windows from when I was about 8 or 9. So I really don't know that there was any conscious periods of, do you know what I mean? It's like it all flowed from one thing into the next, and it was just pure survival. It was just survival. Like, I remember one time, there are a few definitive things, but it was like a madness every day. So we don't know one madness from the other. I can't tell you what order they happened in. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's not guns going off in the middle of the road, it's, oh, blah, blah's dead. Did you know? Like, as if it was, you know what I mean? So there was one definitive time where my brother came home. He came in and he was like, look. And all his jacket was sliced to pieces. And I was like, are you all right? And I don't know how old I was. And he was like, yeah, I'm cool. But I think that's when it was so close to home. I thought, oh my God, this is nuts. We can't continue to do this. So I started taking my music a bit more serious. And that was the only time I came this side of the water, because this is where it was happening for grime. Like, if you wanted to be an MC, you had to come to the East. And so I used to come studio and, work with different producers. And I really started trying to take my music more seriously, because it was coming too close. And I think I even knew then, I've always been good at business as well. Like, whether I was doing like company's house business or other business, I've always been good at business. So even then I could see the business potential of making music. Even making like commercial music that can do something and then say what you really want to say, or and people would just be like, I'm not spitting that bubblegum shit, you know what I mean? Like, we're not doing that. I'm like, is it? All right, good for you, but I know I need to get me and my siblings out. So I'll say whatever we got to do. Like, and it wasn't as hypersexualized then either. Like, you were allowed to say constructive things and it do something. So like, when I say intentional as well, I mean, like, I knew what I was doing everything for. Like, if we were riding out, am I coming or not? It depends on how it's going to affect me. Like, everything was very self-centered for me and my siblings, because I knew how much of my brother's problems became my problems. I didn't want my problems to become my little brother's problems. So it was like very, very self-aware and very aware And I think I still have that awareness now, but I had to, it's a transferable skill. You use it in a different way as you get older.